Yes, what's up, everyone? So today I wanted to talk about Bitcoin and the short in Bitcoin I spoke about around a week ago. And basically, a lot of people gave me shit for it. They were all buying dips and they were telling each other to buy the dips. And I was telling them that it was highly likely that we were going to see 40K. So if you're going to look at my Telegram channel, this was the 12th of May. I posted this on my personal Instagram. Bitcoin looks very heavy and ready for a drop. 50K is very probable and even 40K. You heard it here first. Also spoke about the S&P ready for a decent correction. Now, I'm not going to short both things because I'm not trading these assets. I invest in those assets for the long run. So I'm sitting aside and waiting for a bottom to form on those assets, not particularly Bitcoin, but crypto in general. And of course, the S&P to invest for the long run. And then I posted this chart before the drop happened. Now, I want to talk about why I spoke about this chart, but why I spoke about going short and move to the downside. But there goes a lot more into it. First of all, Bitcoin was everywhere on the news. And usually that's a very, very bad sign. So everyone was talking about Bitcoin, even people that have never invested in anything like Bitcoin or stocks before. It was even on the radio. When I was working out, listening to the radio, I heard commercials about Bitcoin. And that's when you know that it's becoming way too popular in the retail world and that there is something going to happen. So that was the first clue. Now, the second big clue was, of course, this distribution range. And if you're familiar with what I do with Wyckoff, you know this is a clear distribution range. Let me get the other pictures I posted. Let me get the pen. So accumulation and distribution, for the people that don't know it, I do have a few videos on my channel about this, but basically before an uptrend, you get an accumulation range. You get a range where a big player is scaling in long orders, because if he doesn't and there is not enough liquidity, he will push the market up and he will be buying at a higher price, which is causing a drawdown or a loss. Same goes for distribution. That's at the end of an uptrend. And this picture is a zoomed in version of what's happening over here. And you can very clearly see phases happening during a distribution range. Now, let's look at Bitcoin. Do you see the similarity? It's very, very obvious. First of all, the buying climax. Now, what is a buying climax? I have to say, a buying climax is a strong move to the upside, which we had here, a big acceleration instead of a steady uptrend, and a big drop, a strong aggressive drop followed by the climax. You also had one here. It wasn't as strong as this drop, but this was also a very telling sign that something was up, because look at the move to the downside. We haven't seen that anywhere during the uptrend. So this is where my attention came to Bitcoin. Then during this period, this massive and strong uptrend, people all over the news and radio were talking about it. So I knew something was going to happen. Then we got the buying climax with a massive retracement to the downside. And that was the first really telling sign that, okay, this is a buying climax. Let's see how this develops, and let's see if this is going to be distribution. Then we got the uptrust, another move just above this high and a strong rejection to the downside. Then we got the UTAD. Again, this high gets broken and quickly rejects to the downside very, very aggressively. Now at this point, I know, well, nothing is certain, but it's very likely that we're going to see a drop towards liquidity. Now, where is liquidity? The first area was, at the time I posted this chart, was over here, because after the retracement, this was a very important swing point. So this was the first target, around 47. That's why I posted that we were likely to see a move towards 50K, around 50K. The next post the next level of liquidity is at 42s, but the last bit of demand is around 40K. So that's why I posted that level. Now, if we are going to look at a current chart of Bitcoin, this is what we have. Very strong down move. And it's all because it became so popular in the retail world. And there was a very clear distribution range. And you you can imagine how much shit I got when I was posting here. I was posting it over here that Bitcoin was going down. And everyone was buying dips over here and over here and over here. And it's okay. I'm not Mr. Know-it-all. I can get it wrong, but I knew that the odds were high that we were going to see a down move. Now, if we are going to look at the length of this distribution range, it was quite a long range. As you can see, the actual break of structure happened over here, which is in May, but the range started forming in February. So there's quite a long distribution range, and usually the longer a range, the longer the down move. So to me, this blue box is the make or break area. If we don't see a strong move back above the low green line and a retest, then I'm very, very bearish and concerned that this is going to be the next level to test for liquidity, because this is the last demand. The last important demand that created this up move. This is the last area because liquidity below this low has been taken. And if now we don't see a strong move in the coming days and a strong close above the 42.80-85 level, then the next level of interest to me is around 30K, a bit lower, which are these lows, which is where liquidity is. And it lines up with the length of the distribution range, because the longer the range, usually you will get a longer downtrend. And we just broke out of the structure, so you can expect another leg lower. So that's what my thoughts are now, how to play this. It's quite simple in my mind. You have to determine, are you a trader or an investor? If you are a trader, if I would be a trader in Bitcoin, I would be looking for shorts, and I would look for them when I saw a bit of redistribution happening. Let me clean this up. So when I would see something like this, but then again, a close above this would make me bullish. But as soon as I see a redistribution happening over here, I would go short. When would I be bullish? If I was going to see a move above here, a retest, then I would be bullish towards the next level. And if this level gets cleaned, then I would be more bullish long run, potentially targeting this and this high. So these are the scenarios if I was a trader. If I'm an investor in crypto and also in the S&P. If I was going to invest, I wouldn't buy this dip. I would only buy it if we got this, and then I would buy it for the longer run, because that would negate the distribution, in my opinion. And the next point of interest would be a clean break below this, and then a clean break above, retest, and that would be my entry long. But as you can see, that would be a very big drop towards the 30K. So that would be the next level of interest if I was going to invest in Bitcoin. Now, the next level, which is quite pessimistic, and a lot of people will probably also give me shit, but that would be over here. This is a clean two-touch level. This is the last high price made before this massive up move to the upside. So this becomes a very important level to the market. And if I was going to invest in Bitcoin, this would also be a spot of interest. So low prices, and that's why I also tell people to diversify. I know a lot of people here in the Netherlands that they have got into crypto because they heard the commercials, and they all bought around the 50K, the 55K, they're now all down. And during this period, I was always telling these people, diversify. Don't just put all your money that you want to invest in Bitcoin or in crypto. You need to diversify over different assets, because now they are in a massive drawdown and they don't know what to do. They're freaking out. Some people use leverage, and they're at the point of getting a margin call, and it's all going to shit for them. And that's all because they're not prepared and they listen to the herd. So if I want you guys to take anything away from this, is please be prepared and diversify. Know what you're looking for. Know if you are a trader or an investor, because that's very important to know about yourself. Are you in for the long run, or are you going to take advantage of this short opportunity? You know the levels I want to do business at if those levels get reached. And I hope you guys learned a lot. I'm not against crypto at all, but I am really hesitant about it. I do know that there are a lot of cryptos, and most of them, in my opinion, will go to shit. And a handful will be out there. And if you invest in the right ones at the right time, you can definitely make a good return. But crypto is a risky asset, and you need to know what you're doing. So please learn about it, learn about trading, learn about risk allocation, and that will massively help you. So hope you guys learn a lot, and I speak to you guys next week in the next video.